Peleke baba. A new companion, the Hadzabe Bush tribe welcomes a hunting dog. A week has passed since a new dog arrived in the Hadzabe village, quickly becoming a part of the community. Unlike domestic dogs in the modern world, this canine had to prove itself, especially in a tribe where survival depends on skill, instinct, and deep knowledge of the land. From the very first day, the new dog showed curiosity, sniffing around the camp, watching the hunters prepare their bows and arrows, and cautiously approaching the fire where food was being roasted. The Hadzabe, known for their close connection to nature, observed the dog carefully, wondering if it could become a trusted hunting companion. Day 1, the first hunt begins. As the morning sun cast its golden light over the savannah, the hunters set out, this time with their new four-legged companion trailing behind. Everyone was eager to see how the dog would perform. Would it be able to track animals? Would it scare them away? Would it even return to the village? The experienced hunters moved silently through the bush, following fresh animal tracks. The dog, sensing the excitement, pricked its ears and followed closely. Suddenly, it stopped and growled softly, signaling something ahead. The Hadzabe knew this was a good sign. A trained hunting dog must have a sharp sense of smell and the ability to alert the hunters without making too much noise. Moments later, an antelope darted through the brush. The hunters quickly released their arrows, one striking the animal. The dog, eager to prove itself, rushed forward, helping track the wounded prey. It was the first successful hunt with their new companion, a new member of the tribe. Back at the village, the dog was welcomed warmly. It had earned its place among the hunters and would now be trained to track, chase, and even protect the tribe from potential dangers. The elders, smiling at the young hunters, shared stories of past hunting dogs who had helped their ancestors survive. As the week went by, the dog became more confident, joining every hunt, sharing meals, and forming bonds with the people. It was no longer just an outsider, it was a member of the Hadzabe family. The future of the Hadzabe and their hunting dogs. The arrival of this new dog reminded the Hadzabe of the powerful bond between humans and animals, a relationship that has existed for thousands of years. In a world where traditions are slowly fading, moments like these keep the spirit of the Hadzabe way of life alive. Will this dog become one of the tribe's greatest hunters? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, it has already found a home among the last hunter-gatherers of Tanzania.
Ite gweke yata toga. Oh.
A new hunter joins the pack, the Hadzabe Bush tribe and their new dog. A week had passed since the mysterious dog arrived in the Hadzabe village. No one knew exactly where it had come from, Perhaps it had wandered from another settlement or been abandoned by a nearby herding community. But one thing was certain, the dog had chosen the Hadzabe as its new family. Unlike other village dogs that simply guard homesteads, a dog in the Hadzabe tribe must prove itself as a skilled hunter and tracker to truly belong. It was not enough to simply follow the people, this dog had to contribute to the survival of the tribe. The question remained, was this new arrival capable of becoming an integral part of the hunting team? The arrival, a curious stranger. On the first day, the dog approached the village cautiously, sniffing around and keeping its distance from the people. The Hadzabe children, excited by the arrival of a potential new companion, watched with wide eyes as it circled the camp, searching for food or shelter. Some of the younger ones tossed small scraps of meat its way, trying to entice it closer. Elders and hunters observed the animal with curiosity and patience. They knew that not all dogs possessed the instincts necessary for hunting. Some were simply scavengers, reliant on human settlements for survival. Others, however, had the heart of a true warrior, able to track prey, alert the hunters, and even aid in the chase. The real test would come soon, the dog's first hunt. The first hunt, testing the new companion. As the golden sun rose over the vast African savanna, the Hadzabe hunters readied themselves for the day's pursuit. Their bows were carefully inspected, arrows sharpened, and bodies painted with ash to mask their scent from wild animals. The new dog watched these preparations with keen interest, its ears perked up, tail wagging slightly as if sensing the importance of what was about to happen. It had spent the last few days bonding with the hunters, following them around and observing their movements. But today would be different. Today, it would have to prove that it belonged. The chase begins. The group moved quietly through the bush, their bare feet making almost no sound against the dry earth. The dog, sensing the shift in energy, followed closely, its nose twitching as it picked up the scent of the wild. It wasn't long before one of the hunters spotted fresh tracks. An impala had passed through just moments ago. They exchanged quick hand signals, spreading out to track the animal. The dog, lowering its head, sniffed the ground and suddenly took off in a new direction. The hunters exchanged glances. Was it following the same prey, or simply running off? Moments later, the dog stopped abruptly, growling low and wagging its tail slightly. The Hadzabe understood immediately, the impala was close by. Moving with expert precision, they crept forward, eyes scanning the terrain for movement. Then, in a flash, the impala brought. Hadzabe women preparing for evening romance. The Hadzabe Bush tribe of Tanzania lives a traditional hunter-gatherer lifestyle, deeply connected to nature. While their days are spent hunting, gathering, and taking care of their families, the evenings bring a time of relaxation, storytelling, and romance. Love among the Hadzabe is simple, natural, and rooted in mutual attraction and companionship. As the sun sets over the vast African savanna, Hadzabe women prepare for the evening, engaging in natural beauty rituals, traditional dances, and intimate moments with their partners. 1. Natural beauty rituals of Hadzabe women. Hadzabe women have their own unique ways of enhancing their beauty and preparing for a romantic evening. Without modern cosmetics, they rely on natural elements from their environment to cleanse, beautify, and adorn themselves. 1.1 Applying natural scents and herbal oils. Women may rub fragrant herbs and crushed leaves on their skin to create a natural, earthy perfume. Some use plant-based oils extracted from seeds to moisturize and add a glow to their skin. The use of smoke baths is also common, where they sit near burning aromatic wood, allowing the scent to soak into their skin and hair. 1.2. Decorating the body with ochre and clay. In special moments, Hadzabe women may apply red ochre or white clay to their skin, similar to other indigenous African tribes. These natural pigments not only enhance beauty, but also protect the skin from the sun and insects. Some women create decorative patterns on their faces and arms, making them stand out in the dim firelight. 1.3. Braiding hair and adorning with beads. Hadzabe women take pride in their hair, often styling it in simple braids or tying it back with leather strips. Beads, shells, and seeds are used as jewelry, adding aesthetic appeal and cultural significance to their appearance. Some women wear small handmade accessories, crafted from bones, stones, or natural fibers. 2. Preparing for evening gatherings and romance. Evenings in the Hadzabe community are social and lively, filled with music, laughter, and courtship rituals. This is when men and women interact freely, strengthening their connections and forming relationships. 2.1. Gathering around the fire for storytelling and laughter. As the day ends, families and friends sit around the fire, sharing stories of the day's adventures. Elders tell folk tales, tribal myths, and hunting legends, passing down wisdom to younger generations. Laughter fills the air as both men and women engage in playful teasing, jokes, and riddles. 2.2. The role of music and dance in romance. Music and dance are an essential part of Hadzabe culture, especially when it comes to romance. Men often play simple instruments like wooden flutes or clap rhythmically, setting the mood for dancing. Women participate by singing, clapping, and swaying gracefully, making eye contact with potential partners. Cooking, lunch, and eating with the Hadzabe Bush tribe, a traditional feast in the wild. Spending a day with the Hadzabe Bushmen in Tanzania is an unforgettable experience, especially when it comes to their unique way of cooking and eating. The Hadzabe are one of the last hunter-gatherer tribes in Africa, living entirely off the land. Unlike modern societies, they do not have refrigerators, supermarkets, or stoves. Instead, they rely on hunting, gathering, and traditional fire cooking techniques to prepare their meals. Lunch with the Hadzabe is not just about eating, it's a cultural experience, filled with teamwork, storytelling, and a deep connection with nature. Here's a detailed look at how they hunt, gather, cook, and enjoy their midday meal. 1. Hunting and gathering for lunch. Bow and arrow herb. Before the Hadzabe can cook, they must first find their food. Their meals are based on what is available in the wild, and this varies depending on the season and location. 1.1. The morning hunt. Sun with base. Bow and arrow. The Hadzabe men wake up early to hunt for fresh meat. Using handmade bows and poison-tipped arrows, they track down small and medium-sized animals such as guinea fowl, bird, dik-dik, a small antelope, deer, warthogs, boar, baboons, monkey. If the hunt is successful, they carry the animal back to the camp for roasting. 1.2. Gathering wild plants and honey or honey pot. While the men hunt, women and children gather food from the environment. This includes baobab fruit, rich in vitamin C, wild tubers and roots, for carbohydrates, berries and edible leaves, wild honey, which is one of their favorite energy-rich foods. 2. Cooking Hadzabe style, fire and simplicity. Fire meat on bone. Once food is gathered, it's time to cook. Unlike modern cooking methods, the Hadzabe use open flames and simple techniques to prepare their meals. 2.1. Preparing the fire. Fire is made using the traditional friction method, rubbing two dry sticks together until they produce a spark. Once the fire is lit, dry wood is added to create a strong flame for roasting. 2.2. Cooking meat over an open fire. Meat on bone fire. The Hadzabe do not use salt, spices, or sauces. They believe fresh meat has its own natural flavor. The meat is simply roasted over the fire on wooden sticks. Sometimes, they place the animal directly into the flames to burn off the fur before roasting. Once cooked, the meat is cut into pieces and shared among the tribe. 2.3. Eating raw organs for strength. The Hadzabe believe that some parts of the animal should be eaten raw for maximum strength. The liver, kidneys, and heart are sometimes eaten immediately after a kill. These organs are rich in iron, vitamins, and nutrients, helping to maintain their strong immune system. 3. Eating together, the Hadzabe food culture family man woman girl boy fire. Unlike in modern cultures where people eat separately, the Hadzabe eat as a community, sitting around the fire and sharing everything equally.
Foto saya. Foto saya. Tulungan ya.
Lamir. شكرا. نعيش نتعامل. Tahu abu ita, tahu cani ya orang misal, agak ciba kau itu, mana? Tahu abu ita, mana? Tuh.